Well, I'm now joined by Wouter Kolk, who is the Chief Executive for Europe and Indonesia for Ahold. Wouter, thank you very much indeed for joining us. How do you delight the customer in today's crazy retail environment?
Yes, well, thankfully, not only me, but everybody who works at Ahold is doing that every day. So that's the good thing. We do that already for centuries, but and I think we do that in our stores. We do that on our online services. So in many different ways, by offering, of course, the right product, the right service at the right price. But yeah, it's something which is really in our DNA to serve customers and to help them. We do that also via local brands. Customers don't know Ahold Delhaize, but they know the brands in the different countries, and they love the brand. We put a lot of effort in making the brand strong, so that's what we work on every day.
Around the world, customers are getting, I suppose, more and more picky about exactly what they want. They're becoming more sophisticated consumers.
Absolutely.
What strain does that put on the retail organisation from a buying perspective right the way through to I suppose, a in-store activation perspective?
Yeah. No, it means a lot of innovation on our side to bring also the new ideas and the new concepts quickly to the table. So that requires some speed of action on our side. The good news.
How difficult is that within the organisation?
Well, it's not so difficult. I think we have a lot of talented people working for us who also can think of new concepts and new ideas quite quickly. Because we are quite big, making it scalable and making it available on a bigger scale is sometimes difficult. So that's not always easy. But we have quite an adaptive organization to be able to go quickly about new things. But on the other hand, we are also not a startup. We are a kind of like a legacy player. Sure. With a lot of legacy. Yes. So sometimes you have to work your way around it and use a lot of creativity to be able to do that.
I mean, a lot of people, commentators, are saying the old legacy retailers are dead.
Yeah, that's
clearly you're living proof that that's not true.
Alive and kicking. Yes. We do know.
But what advantages? I mean, there must be a whole series of advantages that legacy players have.
Absolutely, and I'm also a very strong believer in focus on your strength, and of course, and try to fix the other things. So we have a lot of buying power. We have a lot of customers who already shop at us, where we can try new things. So we have a lot of trust in our brands, who are for many years very old and still are highly ranked. But we just need to keep on fighting to keep that trust going. So that is the good thing. I mean, we can, for instance, we have in the Netherlands here 1,000 stores. If we want to try something new, we use a couple of stores, we see what works, and then we either scale up or scale. There's not a lot of other retailers who have, or other players who have that opportunity to get so close and so connected with the customers. And sometimes we can use also new tooling, like, hey, give us a rating, give us this, give us. So I think we sometimes underutilize our strengths in a way, but we have absolutely opportunities to move also in the new world.
And those opportunities clearly include physical. And again, there are many people who would say, 101 now, cut as much physical as you can, you're not doing that. So what do you see within physical that is so alluring?
A lot, because if you look at our physical store, if you only look at it already for 4 years ago, we had a lot of non-food in it. We didn't have hardly any food services in it. We put the non-food online, so we sell it at bol.com, which is our non-food online player. And we've moved space around in our store, have more food for now, have sushi corners, have more space for fresh, for bakeries, for deli. We're also completely overhauling it and become more digital. So there's no paper, there's more digital experience in the store. We made the shopping experience easier. So you can pay with your card, you don't have to stand in line, we've reduced the checkout, so there's a lot going on. And we still believe as the store as instant gratification. You go in and you go out and you quickly get your hot coffee, but also your groceries or whatever you need. We have very convenient locations where we are always in the proximity of a neighborhood. and nothing beats that experience if you have to wait for online. So, but we are constantly investing and changing our stores to be more adaptive of what is necessary.
And are you seeing a big divide between the way millennials shop and the way everybody else shops?
Yeah.
And what are you going to do about it?
No, be there for both of them.
Yes.
I mean,
I mean, joking aside, is that a very complicated thing to do?
No.
Right.
No, because ultimately, what millennials want is actually something that older people like us also want.
You don't think we're millennials?
Well, maybe
Certainly
not. We might have the mindset. We might have the mindset, but we are technically we're not. But I think they want companies who take a stand in certain areas, like what are you doing for the environment, like what is the transparency of your products, where is it coming from. They are digitally more savvy than others, but yeah, we need to be adaptive, and people are used to order their travel, their hotels, everything online, and of course grocery online, or at least searching for recipes, how to cook. Yeah, we need to be there, and we have a lot of, we are actually in the Netherlands the biggest employer of millennials. So we have them, because we also said like, how do we deal with the millennials? I said, well, let's ask our people in this who work with us, because they can also design things that are fit for millennials. So
and are they listened to within the organisation?
Well, they probably say no. I think yes, but because you never listen enough. But I think we want to be there for everybody. So it's not only a millennial company. We also have a lot of elderly people who like to go to the store, who like to be serviced. And they are basically as big as a population as the millennial are. And of course, we have the role to play to be there for everybody, and we can. The fun part is we employ also people who are already 60 plus and work here already for 40 years, and we have people who are 20 and who just work here for 2 years and have a strong opinion. But we sometimes put them in a room and we find a solution.
That's a nice balance. You also look after Indonesia. Indonesia is one of the countries has the youngest population in the world, one of the fastest growing middle class in the world. Yeah. What insights can you give us?
Well, Indonesia is a fascinating business. We have it already for 20 years. I have traveled a lot to Asia, to Shanghai and Beijing, and of course talked with all the big players there and see what's going on. And the funny thing is you see that kind of, because they're highly urbanized areas. So you see the store has also a different role. It has much more also a role for last mile delivery, for food for now. So we can experiment a lot with local players like Gojek or other kind of companies who can provide that together with us. So for us, it's a very interesting learning ground on these concepts, because they are not so mature here in Europe yet. The other end is that there is a big population. It is growing. They're very value conscious. Everybody knows the price of a chicken, an egg, and all the other staples. So there is a growing need for more fresh. We can bring in a lot of know-how to local farmers and to help to have a better crop, so that they can serve us as a strategic partner. So that's what we've learned a lot with our strategic partners over in the past couple of years. So we can apply that in Indonesia, because we cannot ship goods to Indonesia. That's really silly. I mean, it's a rich country. So for us, it's we have young talent working there, also from Europe and also from Indonesia. So it's also an interesting. I've worked myself 4 years in Asia 20 years ago, setting up a business there, which was for me an enriching experience. And now we've also sent some new talents there who have the same kind of experience.
So mixing.
So we can learn a lot from what's going on, especially what's coming down from China. We can learn from that. We can also give our talent also an opportunity to work there, create also new talents in the area, because to have a position there as an international player is also for the Indonesian government, because we treat workers in a different way than their locals do. So we can, so they like us a lot, and they want us to kind of advocate, like, okay, how do you work together? How do you work with a purpose-led company? And also we can also send talent there to work and experience a completely different, way of working, a different culture, which makes everybody a richer person. So, yeah.
Now, one last question.
Yes.
In a few words, maybe even one word, how would you sum up the retail times that we're in?
Super exciting. Yeah, they are very exciting, and I always look at it from a positive point of view, because you can sometimes wake up and you think, oh my God, how are we going to do this? But it is exciting.
Well,
yeah.
That's a fantastic way of ending us. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you
much indeed for joining us.
All
Much
right,
appreciated.
thank you very much.